Taking the sheep to pasture has become a daily gamble for Zafir Rayyan. His village of Ain Abous is surrounded by several illegal Jewish settlements, up there on the hills. And more often, settlers come down.
In 1 week they came twice. The first time I was alone and there were 18 of them. I told one of them that I had called the police, but they didn't go away. My main worry was the sheep. Then 6 more attacked me, and the others headed towards the sheep. They stole some. I couldn't do anything alone.
Zafir was wounded in the head and says he lost a third of his livestock. This video, shot by the organization Rabbis for Human Rights, shows the second attack a few days later. About 20 settlers, many masked, are seen throwing stones at Palestinians, with Israeli soldiers standing by. The UN says the weekly average of settler attacks has increased by 50% since the beginning of the year. These are not isolated incidents. Such attacks happen a bit all over the occupied West Bank, and there's very little people can do, simply because Israel is in charge of the security in about 80% of the Palestinian territory, and Palestinian security forces are not allowed to operate in those areas. The village of Zafir is in the so-called Area B, which means that Palestinians have only civilian control. Security matters are in the hands of the occupying forces.
The army itself attacks Palestinians with tear gas and rubber-coated bullets, even when it's the settlers who are provoking, and the Palestinians are trying to protect their villages. No settler is ever detained, only Palestinians.
Legal proceedings rarely reach a conclusion. Only 8% of all complaints filed have led to an indictment, less than half to a conviction. It's why the Abu Asi family say they never filed a complaint, at a time when they come under attack by their neighbor settlers on a nearly weekly basis. They have reinforced all their windows with metal netting and bars, and a string to quickly pull the shutters in case of trouble.
It's been a long time since we had them wide open. We do feel like we're in a prison, but we will stay in our house. It's our home.
The Israeli army told Al Jazeera that it takes such incidents very seriously and will operate to bring the suspects to justice. But in his latest report, Israel's state controller criticized the Israeli police in the West Bank for failing to investigate crimes against Palestinians, which violate international law. Hoda Abdel-Hamid, Al Jazeera, in the occupied West Bank.